People living in Gibson City are still dealing with the cleanup from a historic flood. It happened a week ago today, and volunteers are still making their way into town to help. WCIA3's Sarah Lehman met with one group as they were working today. They need all the help they can get, Sarah, but there's something unique about this organization.
Absolutely. The people who are working on this team have served our country, and now they serve people all over the U.S. and beyond after disaster strikes. People living in Ford County and Gibson City have been working to get back on their feet. The storm left many homes and businesses filled with water. Most of that has receded, but volunteers from across the country are still pouring in.
We are doing muck outs, which is taking out personal belongings, carpet, drywall, insulation.
Jarrett Brown is an incident commander for Team Rubicon. It's a nonprofit organization that volunteers to help clean up after disasters. The group is made up of more than just volunteers. It's led and mostly filled with veterans.
I've always been about service, and I recently retired. I retired back in March from my job. I was looking for some way to give back to a community.
When you leave the service, you lose that sense of purpose. You know, you're used to having a mission and doing good.
They've been in Gibson City for a few days. Brown says before they got in town, they started a phone line specifically for people in the city who needed help. He says they've gotten hundreds of calls.
As soon as we got here and that number went live, the phone has been nonstop.
Most of these volunteers are not from Illinois. Brown is from Indiana. He says doing this work and helping others helps him.
To me, it's therapy. The typical story that you'll hear, you know, it fills that void. It gives me a sense of purpose and a mission. I'm 100% disabled, so I do this rather than work. So it keeps me going day to day.
Brown says the group will be in town until at least the 25th. He says if they have resources, volunteers, and there is still a need, they could stay longer. Back to you.
Oh, thank goodness for them. Sarah, thank you. A school